to be on YouTube, though, okay?
Good evening.
Is Steve Reddy there?
Who's that?
Is Steve Reddy, the cricket world cricket expert?
I'm not an expert.
Oh yeah, that's au contraire, mon frère.
I'm an avid fan.
I know what you're an expert of, though, Steve. Peter Engel, a Peter Engel produced show from the early 1990s.
Peter Engel, the creator of California Dreams.
Absolutely.
And who actually, I believe, recently won an Emmy.
Really?
He did?
I think for like last comic standing or something like that.
No shit. My friend Amy Schumer, that I grew up with, was on that show.
After the other day, I looked because I was wondering what Peter Engel had done since and I saw one Emmy Award, and I'm like, holy shit.
I didn't get a chance to talk to you after you brought up that really awesome point that that Eric's Jesse's brother's last name was the same as Bennett Tramer, one of the producers of the show.
That's actually a really common. That's actually a really common thread in the series because
It is?
there's another producer or director or something like that also got a character. But actually, let me say this. You probably don't remember this episode. I don't even remember which episode it was, but it was an episode in freshman or sophomore year. There was a teacher who had a one-off. Never saw him again. He's in
One-off,
the B-side
one
Bermuda
episode.
Triangle with Rod Belding and Slater's sister. It was Screech's dad. I mean, Dustin Diamond's dad.
No shit. What was it? What did it? What?
Unbilled, but he was Dustin Diamond's dad.
What did the teacher teach?
Honestly, I don't even necessarily recall what it was. I came across this website. That's how I knew about that Peter Engel thing being the golfer. I saw this and I was going through there and seeing all these unbilled people. And it says such and such as whatever his name was, Diamond. And
No shit.
in parentheses, it's like, guess whose dad he is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Peter Engel was nominated for an Emmy in 2004 for Last Comic Standing. And he was also nominated for a daytime Emmy for Saved by the Bell.
Oh, he had to have been back then. I mean, that was all the rage.
In
back
2000, he didn't win.
That's unfortunate. He should.
Was that a Friday night show or a Saturday morning show?
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
It was.
Yeah, it was part of TNBC.
What other shows were on that Saturday morning?
There was California Dreams, USA High. Or was USA High actually on USA? I don't really remember.
But like the Family Matters and Full House, that was all that Fox, the TGI Friday stuff.
It was TGI Fox.
Yeah.
ABC, I think, maybe. Do you guys watching the game, by the way?
No, what's going on? I got some pictures of Dustin Diamond's dad up.
Florida's up 1 with 90 seconds to go in overtime.
Oh.
Butler.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm making it up. I mean, of course, really. And Butler just taking a 2-bubble lead.
Oh, really? Let's get that on.
Yes, really.
Wait, Dustin Diamond. I'm looking on the internet right now. Dustin Diamond's dad. I don't recognize.
He's unbilled, that's why. I'll have to send you the link sometime if I can figure out where it is. But yeah, this was, and actually, it's actually a pretty interesting site because it also will have notes on each episode. Like this will be there was a scene from this episode where Lisa from her opening credits had a clip or something like that. So you get that sort of miscellaneous facts.
Well, the opening credits is her Because I saw the episode the other day, and I was like, oh, that's where she, that's her opening credit scene where she's, like, apologizing for something.
Well, there's also the date auction where Jesse has the gavel.
Oh, yeah.
I was always a fan of Slater when he was pretending to going to be moving to Hawaii.
I hated that episode.
It was definitely a terrible episode, but I always liked that opening credit clip.
Did you?
Sitting in like the throne made of bamboo, not bamboo, like a wicker throne.
Yeah, yeah. And I loved how.
Slater's awesome.
Yeah, and I loved how every single time something went down, they could like, no matter what was going on, they could always like rent out the entire Max and do whatever they wanted.
Yeah, I mean, you might have a fashion show, you might have a music video, you might even have Zach and Slater apologizing to Jesse and Kelly.
Oh, and then you might have a runway where Lisa, wants to go to fashion school or whatever, and she can do her.
Yeah, the fashion show. Yeah, that was actually on. Wait, I don't know if it was actually on or if I just happened to watch the episode for some reason. No, it was on. It was on.
I really like that episode, actually. I don't mind that one.
It was going to be.
Watching this game?
Yeah, we got it on.
Is that on how many teams that Zach was knocked out?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again, Steve.
If you remember, they were taking bets on the fight, but I think it was Lisa or someone who said, you guys are actually like betting on Screech, and it was one of those nerds. And he's like, no, we're betting on how many teams Screech will lose.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, so go easy on Zach.
And then he like ripped his shirt off in the middle of the hallway.
Yeah. And he stopped on his feet, he threw his books on the floor. But this was actually, I believe that episode coincided with the time when MPG and Lark Voorhees were actually going out in real life.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's a little interesting fact. Oh no, these people all got around.
Yeah, they did.
Between drugs and hookups, they did it all back then.
Yeah, what really bothers me, is that throughout the whole series, the entire series, Screech, even back in the Miss Bliss years, Screech is obsessed with Lisa. And then why they decided to throw in like 6 episodes where he's like in love with somebody else? Why would they do that in the middle of the show?
And then there's, you remember that episode with the secret sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
And you know who that was, by the way, don't you?
Who? Which character?
The girl that ended up buying the recipe, the gold digger.
Oh yeah, that's Punky Brewster. Yeah. Soleil Moonfry.
MPG dated Lark Voorhees for 3 years.
Yeah, so Screech is just obsessed with this girl for all his time. And I just remember in that episode, the fashion show thing, and he's all like, but I love you. And she's like, you never had me. This is dialogue, man.
You know what? You were saying last time how you could write a book on Zach being an asshole, but she was kind of a bitch too, right?
Who's that?
Lisa?
Lisa.
I think this is like a multi-book series.
And what kind of last name is Turtle?
What last name it was?
African. Somalian.
Actually, I believe, yeah. Her dad was in one episode because I remember he had like a mustache.
Yeah, he did. The episode when they crash a car, right?
There were only like 4 guys on the show that were black, so I'm gonna assume that the adult was Screech's dad.
Yeah, well, there was Darren. Her freshman date was black guy. The black nerd is always on. Who's my favorite character, as you know.
And then there was the turtles. I mean, when the Malibu Caesar Resort.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how the turtles got in there because there aren't any other selected people there.
And did you know that? Did you notice how Lisa's parents were not on one of those episodes?
Well, I mean, they were always referenced because Leon Carosi liked to watch them carve their steaks up.
Leon Carosi.
Fuck, you know that. What episode is? I was actually. Morgan. Just me, you, and Morgan. And Susie's in the kitchen cooking.
And the big guy was here. He makes a cameo appearance.
They never referenced there. Oh, no, that's right. That's the episode. When Lisa ran up all that debt, and the end line was the Lisa card, don't leave home with it. That was the only time you saw her dad when he was all so disappointed you have to pay it back.
Oh yeah, that's right. When she maxed out the credit card.
But the only time that her mom was on the show, there were two times. No, one time. And it was the drunk driving homecoming.
No, what about when Zach got surgery?
Oh, two episodes then.
Yeah.
I see.
Did you stump him?
What kind of surgery did Zach have?
He busted his knee. Mr. Belding tripped him on the way to the basketball game out of the locker.
That was such a soft injury. I mean, come on, Zach.
I know, what a pussy, right? And then, you know what, Steve? You know what episode I figured out's my favorite episode? Top 3? When they switch and the students get to be teachers. I love that episode.
I was just thinking about the moments when Screech comes in and cheats the test for them and tries to give them answers. Because they're all like, yeah, they got us with a sneak attack.
Yeah.
Just like Japan and Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. Just like the Russians sank the Bismarck, or whatever he says.
The Bismarck, I believe, was an answer, actually.
Oh, it was, okay.
But Zach getting super serious, Richie Belding running around the hall without a hall pass.
Yeah, and what...
I like that episode.
I'm sure they would ever fucking do that, by the way.
Like that.
I'm sure they would ever have, you know... I'm sure they would ever have that go down.
Here's my problem with that. They
What's
made
going on?
such a point out of Lisa